Good morning, folks. You're tuned to Car Connection, where the coffee's strong, the stories are real, and the wrenches, they just never stop turning. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you from the Car Connection workshop, where the smell of fresh oil, little elbow grease is all part of our balanced breakfast. And around here, we don't just talk cars, we live them. Whether it's a 25-year-old Jeep Wrangler getting a second chance at life, or a Nissan Rogue getting its brakes back in order, or a mystery leak that's got everyone scratching their heads. This is where we roll up our sleeves and we get it done with a little wit, little wisdom, and a whole lot of fun. The Car Connection isn't just about nuts, bolts, and diagnostics. It's about connection. Connection to our vehicles, to the people who drive them, and to the community that keeps Niagara rolling. Because when you fix a car, you're not just turning a wrench. You're restoring someone's confidence, freedom, and maybe even their sanity. We're here every week helping you keep your ride safe, reliable, and ready for whatever road lies ahead. So whether you're a weekend wrencher, a daily commuter, or someone who just wants to understand what that strange rattle really means, welcome aboard. Stick around for shop talk, expert advice, a few good laughs, and maybe a flashback service babe encounter from the past. Yeah, we're here Monday through Saturday for you. It's Friday, my friends. We have made it to Fun Friday. The weekend is here. It's within reach. Grasp, clutch it, and hang on, because it should be a good one. That's what I'm hearing. Temperatures are palatable for me now. I prefer this, the cooler weather here on the south shores of Lake Erie. Sat outside in the oasis behind the shop, just taking in the light breeze coming off the lake as it ebbs and flows in the evening. It comes back in, and you get a nice gentle breeze, not a cheek slapping, hair peeling back breeze. We do get that, but it was just awesome. So I'm a little bit whacked out this morning. I stayed up a little later than I should have. Should be in before the street lights come on. But anyway, we got some things to cover this morning. First and foremost, if you're joining us for the very first time, we love our first-time visitors to the Car Connection Workshop. So welcome aboard, and make sure you like, share, and follow and subscribe. Get into our YouTube channel, because you're going to learn so much more there and actually visually be able to see me and say, I thought he was older than that. I thought he'd be wider than that. I had a customer, Millie. Millie was almost 100. That just comes to mind. Just let me flashback here for a minute. Millie was a little Polish lady. She walked with a bit of a limp. She drove tanks in the war. She was in the military. She was like 5 foot nothingness. And she was a master ballet teacher. And I'm like, when I first met her, I'm like, you're kidding me, right? No way. Really? She drove this little 2-door 1987 Chevy Chevette. A stick, mind you, on top of all that. And she tells me, I loved driving the old Willys Jeeps. The Army Jeeps were fantastic. Those things could pull. And I'm looking at her, it's like 4'8.5" and change. And she'd always say to me, you're way too young to fix my car. And I go, okay, Millie, what do you want me to do? You have to keep it for a week. I got to keep the car for a week. And it'd be lucky if she did 100 kilometers on the last oil change. It would just sit over at the residential home. But and I had a bunch of them that I looked after like that. And I'll tell you, those vehicles were hardcore to keep them going. So when I say the less you drive, the more service you need, your vehicle falls in that category of severe service. It is so true. So I ended up getting about a dozen residences over there through Millie where she was staying, and I would go over and we would pick the vehicle up, bring it to the shop, keep it for a week, look it over, do the maintenance, wash it and vacuum it, and then take them back. And they just loved that. And it took a little while to understand, why do they have these cars sitting on the blacktop all the time? Well, it's their independence. It's that last little piece of their independence is still having the car. So anyways, to finish my story, I've got this car this one particular time. It used to come in same time of the year in the spring, same time of year in the fall, stay with us for one whole week and service it. So I'm taking the vehicle back. I'm driving down 20 Highway near Mud Street, if anybody knows where that is on the Hamilton Mountain. And I get just by a house that my pops took me to right on 20 Highway, just past there's a United Church on the corner. I got married there once, and flashback. Woot, woot, woot. Anyways, I go, oh, that's Dick's blah, blah, blah house. Oh, that's where he had to change the engine in the Corvette and then the same day and go to work with it. And Pops took me there. So I'm looking, I'm going, yeah, that's definitely Dick's house. And this great big freaking Rottweiler comes out of nowhere, charging down the road, and the traffic has stopped. It stopped. There's dump trucks everywhere, and the traffic was stopped, and there was nothing next to me, but I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't turn and get off of 20 Highway because I was getting close to my turn. So, and I see this great big Rottweiler coming, and I mean, he's nasty. He's nastier than a snake. And he's charging Millie's car. Bam! Right into the driver's door. He went right into the side of the car with his head and then runs away. So I wind the window down. I look out, and the door is freaking caved in. I kid you not. Like, it is caved in. It's shaped like the dog's melon. I'm going, splain this one away, Lucy. Oh, it's just sitting next to, a house in the traffic, and a dog just rammed Millie's car with its head. So I about face, and I go back to the shop and phone, get the secretary. Phone Millie, we got something we got to take care of. Don't share any details. I got to get on this. Thank goodness I knew somebody in the dent removal business. I said, you got to get over here. Like, I don't care if, you're working on the high cockaloram's car. You got to get over here right now. We have a Millie situation. And so I did. Came over, and he goes, what the hell happened there? I tell him the story. He looks at me. He goes, really? And I'm going, really, really? The dog comes out of nowhere, charges Millie's car, bam, right in the driver's door, caves it in with its melon, yaddy yaddy, shakes it off, zzz, takes off back where it came from. I'm like, does it hate Chevettes? I'm not sure. Like, was it wanting to go to the vets and wanted to climb in? I'm not sure. It rams it and does this. He goes, is that the best you could come up with? I'm going, I walk away. I go, please just tell me you can pull this out and make it look good, because Millie's going to be freaking out. I can't do it. You got to fix it no matter what. You got to fix it. So I said, set him up in a service bay off to the side. And I go, just do your thing. Whatever that is, take the head print out of Millie's car. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you this morning. Let's have our morning swiggy right away. If you're in the queue to the drive-thru, it's usually bigger and longer and slower on Fridays. Just saying, you might want to buy a little extra time. If you're just brewing, get it done. I'll buy you 30 seconds here as I line up the weather. And thank you to all those who are joining us for the first time and those who have signed on to be part of our podcast community. We are on all the platforms out there: Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Podbean, wherever you're grabbing your podcast from. Just make sure you type in the search box Car Connection Workshop. You'll find us. All our podcasts upload to our YouTube channel every day. So this one right now that I'm recording for you for 8 a.m. When it goes up at 8 a.m. on iHeartRadio and all the platforms, it zooks over to our YouTube channel. You'll find it there. So there's all, where are we at? We're at Season 3, 220, Episode 225. That's how many are in our YouTube channel for you to enjoy. So go back through and entertain yourself. And, yeah, I don't apologize if I do something to make you laugh and you spill your hot coffee on your leg. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. Okay? Physically. You did it. So enjoy I hope you're enjoying the podcast. I hope you're enjoying the YouTube videos. We always put 3 new ones out every week. 2 for Tuesday, and you'll get a brand new one here on Friday. And here and there, I spiff out a few shorts. So I know that I put a short in there for today to go out as well. I did 2 this week. I have to get up to 7. And I'm working on it. I am working on it. So it's in between things. It's like, I should have done a short there, and then I didn't. And then you go, I missed the moment. So I will work on that. So you can have some more little 15-second, 34-second shorts as hors d'oeuvres to the video. So top right-hand corner of our homepage is where you'll find all the links to connect with us, because we have many more ways for you to watch, listen, and engage. So come and join us Monday through Saturday right here for Motormouth's Morning Drive. Today, being Fun Friday, I need questions in. If you could do me a big favor, ladies, since you're owning the program. I don't know where the guys are. Isn't that a song? I don't know where the guys are. That's a line from a song, but it's not guys in there. There's something else in there. I remember a song. I wonder where the guys are. Anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments. Send me an email, motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com. Let's clarify. Let's get some clarification here on that. So I need your questions by noon. Okay, ladies, you've been doing a great job banging some great questions out there. Holy smokes. Can't believe it. Keep it up, ladies. Keep it up. We'll poke at the fellas. Maybe they got cars that never break. Is that the thing? Maybe we ought to be keeping an eye on these fellers. So, like and share with your car enthusiasts. So, gals, I know you have other ladies in your circle of friends. Let them know about Car Connection, because basically it's the ladies that really want to learn. According to analytics, I'm not the message. I'm just the messenger. According to the analytics, fellas, the ladies are owning Car Connection, all aspects. I'm just saying. I'm not poking the bear. I'm just saying. So our homepage of our website is where you'll find everything. If you want to follow the build and repair work that we do on our YouTube channel, we got some really cool stuff coming up. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, you had better get a ticky in the box and ring the notification bell, too, so you don't miss a single automotive tech tip and repair. We got some cool stuff coming into the shop next. Let me tell you, I'm getting caught up and wrapped up. Got wrapped up in a couple of brake jobs and an ill ML 350 Blue Tech Mercedes, but I talked to John, my friend John. He says it's behaving well. We got a couple of things that we still need to take care of that are really, really important that I shared on video. If you're owning a diesel, you had better learn about maintenance, mister, in a hurry. Yes, sirree. Because I just taught John some stuff as well. He's going like, you're kidding me. And I go, no, you can't have that. You got to get that fixed. You can't leave those things. They got to be taken care of, or else. What? Or else? Money. It's only going to be money, John. Next teller. Exactly. So on our homepage, before I get down a tangent, a rabbit hole, all our links are in the top right-hand corner for Facebook, Instagram, Stevensville on the web. That's where you'll find reels, bloopers, and outtakes you won't find anywhere else. We do an article on StevensvilleOnTheWeb.ca. Just click the businesses tab. Our Skippy, who created that website about 7 years ago, it gets 20,000 visits a month. So connecting the community and the businesses of Stevensville together, it's a great place to hang out. I was there yesterday. That's where my barber is. Does a great job. He's like Edward Scissorhands on steroids. Yeah, my pops goes there. He goes, he doesn't say much. I go, okay. I said, does he cut good hair? Oh, absolutely. But he's way too fast. I go, what do you mean? Well, I'm in and out of the chair and gone. I go, perfect. That's exactly what I want. You know, in and out of the chair, gone. I don't need to hang out. So he's 89. He wants to hang out. I said, you're not going to hang out with the barber. It's just not going to happen, Pops. It's not going to happen. Yeah. He's not like, it's not like Cheers. All right? And I go, and Pops, you don't talk either. Just saying. So anyways, that's where you'll find us. Always out in Stevensville doing something out there. So we're on the StevensvilleOnTheWeb.ca. We got our iHeartRadio icon. That is Mothership, but we are out there on all platforms. We have our merch store put together for us and preparing all the items that you purchase fresh and you pay online. You send them. They get sent right to your door, and all the proceeds, not a penny, comes our way. We turn it back to Total Freedom Addiction campuses, Canada and USA, where a new life happens there every single day. So stand with us and our crew, and let's make a difference. What do you say? Grab some gear, take a selfie, send it over, be the first person on our Car Connection merch wall of fame. That could be you. That could be you. I don't know. Because I think it's going to be a cool thing is to get people to, let's move some merch. Let's change some lives together. What do you say? You in? Are you all in? Don't forget to like, share, follow, ring the notification bell, and most of all, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that's where you're going to see hands-on. And we're keeping the videos short for you so that we're respectful of your time. I'd rather have you watch 3 or 4 segments creating a series than take away a lot of time from possibility with family and friends, which is very, very important. All right, so now all you coffee drinkers that are in the lineup, I bought you more than enough time to circle the chuck wagon a few times. Let's get our morning swiggy going. Let's crank this thing up. This ain't Temu, you know. Hey, if you found a deal on Temu, let me know in the comments. What's the best deal? What's the best deal that you have found on Temu? Yeah, let me know that. Motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com. Let me know what that is, because I don't want to miss a single thing. I'm hearing from the seniors like they're owning Temu. That's what I'm hearing. Like they're on it every day. If it wasn't for the silver hair people, they might go down the drain. But I think it's the seniors that are holding them up. So what else did I want to share? Oh, homepage. That's where our program partners are. And we wouldn't have been able to make this jump from 31 years on radio over to digitals and managing it ourselves. It's great to not have any of the politics and stuff that comes along with being at networks, all the goofiness and stupid things. Don't get me started. You'll never get me stopped. But anyways, being in the communication business is tough. That's all I can say. And thank you to our sponsors that have made it possible to make the jump. And things will change once we're monetized, and that will really, really help. So we're all in this thing together. I'm helping you. They're helping us. We're moving forward. We can't do it without you guys. And let us know how we're doing out there. And all the negative Normans and negative Nellies, just keep your comments to yourself. We don't need to read them. And if we're not your flavor, then just don't join us. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Go do something else. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, because this is a family program. And, no one wants to listen to a list of things they should not do. Amen? Isn't that true? Absolutely. So get lost. It's one word. Yeah. One of my customers taught me that. Get lost. It's one word. You have to work on it before you can get it working. So thank you to City Auto Sales and Leasing, Mama Louise and her wonderful car-loving husband. He is a car enthusiast extraordinaire. You can buy vehicles there, low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. And let me tell you, they've been around 25 years. If they don't have it, if it's any good and it's out there, Earl can find it for you. Absolutely. The Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. It's worth your while to go there. You can prearrange everything before you even get there. How cool is that these days? In fact, that's how I bought the FJ Cruiser back in December of 2013. I never saw it. I never touched it. I didn't even lick it until like 6 months later. Because there was lots of things going on in the lady's family, and I just said it's okay. I said I sold my car, but they're willing to wait a year to get it, so I can really drive it like I stole it for another year. Just kidding. So Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. You can buy with confidence, be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. Earl will not push, pull, drag any kind of garbage onto the lot. That stuff stays where it belongs. Thanks to our certified financial planning professionals, Tony Miele and Larry Tetro, 50 years experience with IG Wealth Management. Tap into the knowledge of these guys. They're getting older just like the rest of us, and they're going to be slowing down and kind of pulling back soon, but they're still willing to sit down with you, take a look at what you got going on, and bring clarity to those questions, the many questions that most of you have, and one of them being, how do I deal with this debt? I'm drowning here. Well, don't give up. Please don't give up on yourself. Don't quit. Don't take information from those whose feet aren't standing where you want to be, because that's how I got into trouble big time and way over my head twice. Taking information from somebody who really didn't know. And it cost me large, not once but twice. So an hour and a coffee discovery meeting, leave your money at home, get it organized, sit and ask questions about investment portfolio you have. If it's with the bank, get it out of there so it's making you money. Estate planning, you've got, a lot of 18-year-olds and older are living in their parents' basements. Are you their health proxy? They're under your roof, and that's important. It's very important that you have that taken care of. Mortgages, I don't do bank mortgages anymore. I don't like being treated like a piece of dog poopy on your shoe. I want to be treated like a human being. And the ladies in Winnipeg that manage mortgages there, the rates are fabulous. And you're dealing with people that really, really care about you and your well-being. Health insurance, life insurance, and critical illness insurance. Those are things we may think they're an expense, but till you need it, folks, it's a wise investment. So get that hour and a coffee. They're not looking for any more clients. They've got lots, but they have a team. If you want to work with someone on their team, they can help you with that, and you'll have your own coach to take you from where you are to where you want to be, and plan for vehicle maintenance, have a budget for vehicle maintenance, have a budget working towards the next vehicle that you would like to purchase. Thank you to Kathy, David, and Dan Grimo at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls, building Canada since 1931. They make all the cinder blocks you can imagine and then some. From designer to just your plain Jane old-fashioned cinder block. Kind of like an old-fashioned donut. I like those. I do. I really like those. Axel likes those too. Big time. If you're looking to create a building of some type, they've got the materials you need. They don't sell wood, okay? So just let you know. They don't sell wood. But anything block-wise and metal, they have it there. Rebar, angle iron, all that stuff for putting that package together. Maybe you're building a man cave shop or something. I don't know. Whatever it is you're building. But ladies, if you're looking to create that backyard outdoor space, that living space you've always wanted, this is your stop. Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road. They have all the hardscape landscaping materials to create some beauty. You'll have a beautiful outdoor space to share with others. So get in touch with Kathy Grimo if you're needing a contractor to put together the package for you to help that happen. She can send you to someone who knows how to do that, how to put together the plan, implement the plan, get it done so that you can enjoy it. Well, let's kick into gear on 3, 2, 1. Morning swiggy time. Whatever your flavor is, it's okay with me. I have coffee after I take care of the cortisol thing. It works. I don't ask questions. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's it. As black as midnight on a moonlit night. Moonless night, I think. Yeah, that is good. That's owning right there. All right, let's see what we got for weather, shall we? It's Fun Friday. Questions by noon today. That was me. Sorry about that. Did I hurt you? Don't touch that. Don't you hug me. All right. Okay, today, here's what we got. A little warmer than yesterday. I thought it got, quite hot in the afternoon. I was on a parts run yesterday and a grub grab in Niagara Falls. Yeah, my favorite store, La Coco's. And I get to see the helicopters there, too, which is cool. I really like helicopters. They're right down the street. And something we haven't talked about, and I thought about it yesterday when I was there. I was at Bigger's. Hey, if you need keys cut and programmed and stuff like that, that's the store to go to. Yeah, I've been to others. I won't talk about it. But there, they know. The dude made me another key for the Nissan Rogue because I only had one, and that's dangerous. We'll talk about that next week. I'll do a program on these keyless entry systems. There's stuff you need to know that I've known for a while, but if you're down to the last fob or you only have one key, you can't leave it at that because I'll let you know next week. We'll dig right into it. That turns into a nightmare. If you lose that last key, which is an electronic key, it could be your keyless entry key as well. You don't want to go there because that opens a big can of whoop blank, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, a big can of worms or a Rottweiler that rams your car, one or the other. Overnight low is going to be 55 tonight. Nice night to turn down the air conditioning, open the windows. Maybe put a fan in the room and just enjoy the fresh air. 80 degrees we're going to top out today. That's where we're at. Anything on the RAIN meter, the rainometer? Nothing. 0 in the Niagara region, in the South Shores of Lake Erie. We have a 0 on the rainometer. 57 degrees right now and sunny. Yet the sun is working its way up here on the east side, which is Buffalo from where I'm sitting. I'm sitting towards, I'm aimed at the east. Yeah, so that's the Buffalo skyline. Wind is making it feel cooler, about 54. It's quite crisp out there. So if you're doing chai tea outside this morning, you might want to put on your snow pants. You'll work it out. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 2 p.m. Today's temperature range is from 55 to 80 degrees. Feeling more like 53 to 83 degrees. So that's my kind of day, and I can get lots of stuff accomplished. I can, really. I have another summer tech tip coming up for you. Summer tech, Motormouth tech tip number 21. Keep your cool, check your fan. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about stuff today. Yes, I have 5 things for you before you ask. Yes, I do. I have 5 things for you on Fun Friday. And remember, tomorrow is what? If you're first time with us, it's Q&A tomorrow. 1-hour program, questions and answers tomorrow. And I only take 3 questions, so you want to get yours in the pile. so that I can sift through. But it's got to be in by noon, because then I'm already putting together tomorrow's agenda for the Saturday Q&A program. So that's 1 hour. Gives me enough time to unpack 3 questions in detail, not just a yes, no, or a grunt. Just remember, wherever there's a grunt, there's a pig. It's true. So where do we go from here? Is that a line in a song somewhere? I think it is. Where do we go from here? Yeah, let me know in the comments. That's 2 today. That, you just get that one line and you go, yeah, I've heard that before. Where do we go from here? All right, today, Fun Friday again. Here we are, man. Just talking to my barber yesterday, and he mentioned it before. He doesn't usually say much, which is good for me, because when I'm in the chair, I'm zoning out. I can trust Edward Scissorhands. He has lightning speed. And then he just changed my do up. Been looking to find what is my do. And isn't it funny? You go all the way back to the 70s. Okay. Did I say the quiet part out loud? Probably did. But anyways, he finishes and he says, that's your haircut right there. I go, okay. All right. Yeah. Good enough. I'm good with that. Yeah. Yeah, because somebody said, the bang thing, that's not working for you. You kind of makes you look like little mustache guy. That did it. So I said to him, can you do this? Kind of off the side, not too short, blah, blah, blah. Yes. So we're there. There you go. Crisis averted. So anyways, it is Fun Friday, so it's where you can just let your mind go nuclear. No problem. Fun Friday again, and again, by noon today, okay? Do me a favor, get your questions in, because after this morning's program, I'll have my coffee, get my mind set, and I'll record for tomorrow morning so that I can get a little extra sleep. Been running super hard, and we got some really cool stuff coming up for YouTube videos. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. Some neat stuff. I'm not building, like a bunker or anything like that, or a monster truck. I've done all that stuff. We still have the bro outside. He's coming in later yet this year. He's coming in probably end of August. I'm going to pluck the motor back out, put it on the stand, clean it all up again. It's a brand new motor. And I'll tell you, it's going to be the stump puller. When that thing fires up for the first time with 3-inch wide open exhaust, the neighbors are going to pee their pants. And I know they're seniors, so they'll say, I'm a senior. We cough, we burp, we wheeze, we pee. That's us. Yep. And we make a mess in the Walmart bathrooms. Oh, did I need to know that? No, you can't use our washroom. It's not open to patrons. Anyways, number 1, LOFG. It's not a cuss. Lube oil filter gasoline engine. That's the short form. That's what I knew for a long time. And then there's LOFD, lube oil filter diesel. So that was our code words in our shop on the Hamilton Mountain. Jenkins Automotive and Repairs. We were there for 11 years till I destroyed my back. I'm good now. I went parachuting 9 times for charity. Yep. And it opened every time. That's perfect. You got to like that. The mind has to be like that. The mind only works when it's open. It's like a parachute. Lube oil filter for gasoline engine and a courtesy check. That is your flavor of the year. So if you're wanting to keep your vehicle like I do long term, I'm done with the payment thing. You heard me harp on about that. I'm done. It's not necessary. I don't need to drive something to impress people I don't even know and I don't even like. That's it. Once you get past that, it's smooth sailing. Yeah, you don't have to be the big toad in the puddle. You don't. Trust me, that'll keep you broke. It's like a high maintenance girlfriend. Keep you broke all the time. Yeah. Like the $20,000 fingernail thing. Yeah, he gas, man. Not quite that much, 600 thereabouts. Yeah. So lube, oil, filter, gas, plus a courtesy check. That's where you need to be all the time. Now, I'm not going to pick on the drive-through oil change places. Yes, I am. Just so you know, you need a trained eye to do your oil change services, and don't think I'm a fully licensed tech. My licenses are right up to date. I don't mind doing your oil changes, trust me. And the reason being is it gives me an opportunity to courtesy check your vehicle for you, just like I do when we get vehicles that are lent to us to get some service work done, but also shoot a mini series of videos for you to show you what's going on, what we get into, and how we deal with it, and the 5 things. How many of you can quote the 5 things? The 5 things you're always going to learn from every YouTube video. What it is, where it is, how it works, how you broke it, and how we can teach you not to break it again and cost yourself money on the same stupid thing. That's what it's all about. That's our YouTube channel in a nutshell, teaching you all the basic fundamentals of vehicle ownership. And the best one is you're not pestering us as service techs to do your oil changes, because it's a little service that's huge. That's how I used to explain it to my own customers. It is what we call a full service oil change. We're checking tire pressures. We're looking to see if we need to get the tires rotated. Do we need to do a quick brake inspection and make sure that what we're seeing isn't something developing? Looking for hazards, things that could cause you and cost you money down the road or right next door. Now this needs taken care of now. So it gives us an opportunity to do what I call the I Spy, is check your vehicle north, south, east, and west, upside down, then sideways, to see if everything is as it should be. Now, when you go through the drive-through lube centers, you got the young fella down there going, yeah, oil's out, filter's on, and they saw you wiper blades, an engine air filter, and some fluids, and down the road you go. But the fella underneath is not a licensed technician, and he may be looking at something right square in his eyeballs, and it's something that is harmful, but he doesn't know what he's looking at. That's what I'm talking about. No disrespect, but it's not a trained automotive, fully licensed service tech looking your vehicle underneath. Does that make any sense? Yeah. They're not qualified to identify these things. So you're not doing yourself any favors going through the drive-through. You go through the drive-through to get your morning commitment through the takeout window and get down the road. You don't do an oil change service. So the worst maintained vehicles I have ever seen are the ones going through the drive-through oil change to save time. You're not doing yourself any favors whatsoever. Just the fact they sold you wiper blades and topped off your fluids and an air filter, that's not a licensed tech looking your vehicle over. How about the tie rod ends? Are there fluids leaking? How about the CV boots? Is there one splitting open and there's some grease coming out and we got a shock that's starting to drool oil? We got the rotor's on the backside. Oh, that one's really bad. We don't have that going on. So you're going through the drive-through, and if you're coming out the other side going, yeah, I just had my car serviced. No, you didn't. You got a rapid oil change. That's all you got. And they try and push the cost of the drive-through oil change service up by grabbing some of the quick items. Wiper blades, engine air filter, fluid top-ups. That's where they get you. If they can do the cabin filter on it quickly, it's one of the easy ones, they'll sell you a cabin filter. But as far as your vehicle popping out the other side and making the claim that you just had your vehicle in for service, no, you didn't. So number one, get your mechanic, your licensed, qualified mechanic that can identify upcoming issues so that we keep you out of the deep water and do a quick courtesy check and look the vehicle over. And we're looking for things specific. We're not just eye spying and, your eyes are rolling in your head like you haven't had coffee for 3 days. Yeah, that's what happens to me. It's kind of like I'm stuck in a vortex. That happened one time. I don't ever want to go there again. That's not good. Yeah, so we want to make sure that we're getting a really good look on your vehicle so that we can stay ahead of the curve and keep you out of that deep water. Number 2, always fix. This is a big one, and this is one that's coming up. Always fix any leaks, friends. Whatever's leaking, we need to identify the spillacci on your driveway or in your garage. If you're having to top certain fluids up, then we need to know about it, and we need to get in there and have a looky-see and find out what fluid it is. And we have dye packs and stuff now to identify pretty much everything. So we can, if we think if it's motor oil, if it's transmission oil, if it's coolant, we can figure it out fairly quickly with the tools and equipment that we have in our toolboxes these days. So it's not a problem, but it's so huge to fix any leaks. With everything being so tight under the hood of the vehicle and a lot of plastic, that stuff, once it gets started, it just takes one piece of plastic to start on fire, and that car's gone in less than 8 minutes. It's over. You're not getting it back. The insurance, and then you know what? Then you got to battle the insurance. And this may be the thing is say, burn, baby, burn. And I heard somebody say that, and I go, can I jump in on this conversation? I said, here's the deal. If that happened right now in the next 20 minutes, that car burned to the ground in it's toast in 8 minutes. The insurance is not paying to fix it. There's so much damage in 8 minutes of fire in the engine bay, it's over. So now you got a battle for a payout. Is that payout, first of all, now your car down. If you do have rental coverage, then you're going to get a rental. But as soon as they cut the check to pay you out your car, the rental goes back. Now you're wheelless. Now, what does that budget look like? Do you have like a stinking pile of bags of cash somewhere where you're going to purchase that next vehicle like within a couple of days because you're wheelless? Oh, I never thought about that. That was the answer. Well, I never really thought about that. I said, so what do you think your car's worth right now? If I was to say, I want to buy your car, I'll write the check right here. What's the number? Well, I don't really know. I said, well, they're going to tell you what the number is, and here's the problem with that. Is it going to be enough to go to the car store and buy one this afternoon outright? Or are you going to have to put some to it to get another ride? Well, I never really thought about that. I said, well, they're not writing you a blank check. You know that, right? You're going to have to argue tooth and nail to try and get as much as you can from the insurance. And so now that vehicle that you said, burn, baby, burn, is now gone. And now you're going to have to settle for what you can get for it. And in the meantime, you don't have a car. They'll get you a rental, but like I said, as soon as that check is stroked, the rental has to go back. So that means you're going to have to scramble. If they're giving you $4,000 for your car, what are you buying tomorrow? Do you have the money? You got the package ready, right? You got the package ready to go and pull the trigger and buy another vehicle tomorrow afternoon because you're wheelless. Well, I never thought about all that. I said, that's what gets you upside down and sideways. You don't want a car fire taking your car out, and now you're going to end up upside down and sideways in financing. And you need a car within a few days because you got to get to work. The kids got stuff going on, and you're carless. So standing there and saying, no, just let it burn, it makes life instantly complicated. Number 3, tire pressures seems to be a huge issue, friends. Every vehicle I've had in the shop here that we've shot videos on, the tires are not up to spec. Not one. And my friend John, really bad. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't even tell him. He said when he was coming back from their away time, he says, yeah, well, we can pick it up tomorrow. Is it all done? I said, yeah, it'll be done by then. Yeah, can you check the tire pressures? The thing was telling me I got low tire pressures. Okay. I said I already had that on my list. I saw that. I said I always check tire pressures on everything that comes in. So that seems to be a commonator, a common denominator. All is tire pressures seem to be underinflated, costing you fuel economy, and you're wearing those tires out and causing damage to them. So we'll leave that where it is. You got to fix that. Get yourself, a $10 tire gauge that's decent and take care of it, and learn how to check your tire pressures and just get them done. Do not trust the tire gauge at the machine you put the loonies in and the toonies in to pump up your tires. That thing has been dropped on the ground a gajillion times. It's not accurate. So you got to have your own. Don't trust that tire gauge on the You Do It tire pumps. None of them are accurate. That'll cause you a big problem. Number 4 this morning on Fun Friday and the morning Motormouth Drive. Brake inspection and servicing is seriously lacking, friends. I got another one coming in. Yep, this one's going to be a Subaru this time, the big behemoth Subaru. Brake inspections and servicing, you guys are way out to lunch on this one. You're in the rhubarb patch, sorry to tell you. On this one, you're not doing it. And it's costing you a lot of money because I can't salvage anything. That's the problem. You might think, yeah, I'm going to get my money's worth out of those brakes. Yeah, baby. Bad attitude. That one's going to crush you. So if you were thinking of that, that emergency designer pair of summer pants or whatever, snow pants for the winter, that's not going to happen. It's going to go, all that money's going into the brake job. Trust me. So I thought I'd throw that one out again. It just seems to be the common denominator that's taking a lot of money out of your pocket. You're not doing any brake inspections and you're not doing any servicing. That's costing you. Okay, number 5, we wrap it up with that and the summer tech tip, and you're on your way to your weekend. So join us tomorrow for a Q&A Saturday, and pour your favorite beverage and come along for the ride tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., 8 till 9 tomorrow. Number 5 is, here's the thing. I thought about this while I was making my morning beverage, my herbals. Yeah, when I was in the store yesterday, I'm picking going through the spices and stuff, and I had my list. And this elderly English lady says, "You really know this stuff here?" I go, "Yeah." I said, "Do you have any joints or anything that are aching, driving you crazy?" "Yes." I go, "Here, you need to take some of this, just like a quarter teaspoon or a half a teaspoon, put it in your pie hole and chew it up really, really good. And it's not going to be, it's not going to be like you're putting a spoonful of honey in your mouth, but you will get used to it. Your joints won't ache anymore." "You're kidding. What are you, some kind of doctor?" "No, I'm not a doctor, Jim, nor a miracle worker. I'm just a car guy." I said, "But you know what? 2 years ago, I could hardly walk." I said, "And I do everything. I do." And then I told her how old I was. And she goes, "Holy smokes. You're like Rip Van Winkle." And I go, "No, not quite." But anyways, yeah. So here's the thing. Before I give you the big boom, I'm giving you the big boom, baby. Here it is. Treat your vehicle like it's the last one you can afford. Treat it like you can't afford another one. You got to change your mindset, folks. That's the way I look after what I have, is, you know what? This is it. I made that decision. Here's what I got. These are the tools. Am I going to take care of these tools that I drive like I take care of the tools in the toolbox? Because these are the last ones I'm going to have. That's the way I look after them. You do the same, and I'll tell you what, it'll come back to you tenfold in savings. It really, really will. You know, I don't work with the idea of do what I say, not as I do. You can follow me anytime. I am that guy. As Skippy says, you really do this stuff. I go, I live this stuff. You know, cars sometimes just absolutely suck like a bad donkey, but you got to push through it, because what's the alternative? Going in debt, putting yourself tighter in the hole, and then you got to trade more time for money, and the cycle continues. So treat your vehicle, the one that you have right now, and if you've been abusing it like a bad donkey, now's the time. If it gets you from A to B, it's already a good car. Now we need to fix it up. Now we need to love on it. Now we need to treat it like you can't afford another one. Because I'm going to now give you the big boom, baby. Because here's what I know. 9 out of 10 of you listening are in that position. You can't afford another one. And you know it. So you better take care of the one that you have, and I can help you do that. Get yourself a car connection maintenance schedule kit and get started on really getting serious about saving yourself money, getting yourself out of debt, and keeping your vehicles as long as you possibly can is going to put money back in your pocket. And that doesn't mean that money coming back, you just blow it. No, you were going to utilize that money to slingshot yourself forward. And that's why the CFPs can teach you how to do that, so you don't continue the cycle of being broke. There's a way around it. And when we have the tools at our fingertips and we don't use them, that's not a good idea. And if we're listening to the talking heads that mean well, but their feet aren't planted where you want to be, then you're doing another cycle of stupid. It's that simple. If you want to change some things in your life, you've got to change some things in your life. Okay, Motormouth Summer Tech Tip number 21. Keep your cool and check the fan. Are you ready for it? Well, Motormouth here. If your engine's running hot, even with good coolant, don't forget the radiator fan. If it's not kicking in and on when it should, you might have a bad relay, a fuse, or the fan itself is not working. And I'll tell you this, no breeze means no coolant. A quick test can save you from steaming on the side of the highway. And that's where I was going with that. When those cooling fans don't come on, you're already at 212 to 225 Fahrenheit. That's when the fans come on. So if that's only water in your cooling system, what is the boiling point of water? Does anybody know? Anybody? Yeah, you can Google that, so I'll save you the time. 212 to 225 Fahrenheit. So why doesn't your engine overboil at 212 to 225 is because you have the right mixture of antifreeze in the cooling system that has a different boiling point than water. Water boils at 212 to 225. And if the cooling fans don't come on, you got to keep this in mind. The fans come on between 212 and 225 Fahrenheit. So if water were in there, you're already in the overheat zone. But the antifreeze is keeping your engine from overheating. But you're always on, our vehicles are always on that have electric cooling fans on that threshold. If those fans don't come on, you're going into a superheat problem. And just learning yesterday that someone who's that I know is looking at a vehicle that the fella said, I put it up for sale, the head gasket blew. Cooling system failed. There you go. Just put some big money into having the car fixed. Now the head gasket blew. There had to have been telltale signs of that head gasket being a problem and the cooling system having a problem, and it went ignored, and now he's looking at having to get another car. He's not putting the money into it. The engine is done. There you go. That's the short story. The engine's done. So what's that going to cost you? It's not going to be cheap, because changing engines on this stuff is tight. The engines are not easy to come out. And in a lot of cases, we got to take everything out through the bottom. Transmission, wheels, driveline, all of it to change the motor out. You got to basically undo the car from the body in order to change the motor out. Yeah, and we don't live in California, so we're dealing with rust. So that's it for Fun Friday. Enjoy your weekend. The weather looks like it's going to be balmy. Remember, it's sunscreen before you turn into human whatever, bacon bits. Yeah, or beef jerky, one or the other. Yeah, put the sunscreen on before you burn. That's what I've been teaching myself. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. Be safe out there. Drive safe coming home, because Fridays is crazier on the roadways than Mondays. Well, Mondays are bad too. And then Tuesdays, not so good. Wednesdays, not good. Don't go to Costco on Wednesdays. Yeah, you have to be there bright and early if you want to get in and out. But Wednesdays, apparently, that's not the day to go. But just the same, it's always busy there. It doesn't matter. Roads are busy. Happy, healthy motoring, friends. I'm in your corner, always available to you. Check for all our contacting information in our description boxes. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Help Skippy and I get to our first 1,000 subscribers. That changes everything. So thank you, friends, for doing that. If you're not subscribed, please take care of that and help us move forward. And peace, patience, and kindness always. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another edition of Motormouth's Morning Drive for Saturday's Q&A, questions and answers. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.